the stream. Hit the... Hello, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and everybody in between. If everything is going right, then we are all here at It Should Be About Something. I'm Jim Libby, and tonight, normally Uncle Mike would be sitting on this side, but tonight, instead of Uncle Mike, we've got a great and wonderful and super exclusive guest. It's Belush Korenyi. Yep, it's Belush.
Hi.
How you doing, Belush?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me here.
Yeah.
And
I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much.
So this is a little weird, Belush. I mean, you're not weird. You're great. But normally we would be sending It Should Be About Something out into the world from the studio where Michael and I normally are. But because Michael is at his concert, and if you haven't looked over at Michael's concert yet, you really should. Pardon me. In any case, all the Izbazoozlas and Izbazettes out there, they join us every week, and normally we're at the studio. But because Michael is having his concert, we are today at my house in front of a green screen. Check it out. It should be about something.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's all that stuff. For those of you out there who are joining us for the first time, It Should Be About Something will come to you in 3 parts, but today is very special. Today it's like it should be about someone, and our someone is Mr. Belush Korenyi.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
Okay.
So Belush, before we go any further,
Yes.
I would like to know, how has your week been?
Actually cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I taught.
You
Yes,
taught?
Yes.
What do you teach, Belush?
I'm teaching at a school music,
Yes.
and for the first year of the class, I'm teaching improv.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, for those of you out there in Isbazland, all you slurpers and Isbazoozlas, Belush, you might know from previous episodes of It Should Be About Something, because Belush is an English lover, which is also the theater company that Michael and I are in. And Belush is one of our musicians, and he is wonderful. So you are teaching, you're teaching music
Yes.
and improvisation
Yes.
at the same school.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes. I really love it because it's something you reach to other people,
Right.
and I think that's really cool if you do it right.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you do it right.
Yes.
If you do it right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Belush, here's a drink for you. Belush
Thank
asked
you very
what
much.
we were drinking tonight, and tonight we're drinking vodka and Red Bull. So here at Isbaz, we like to have a slurp with everybody out in Isbazland. By the way, quick hello to the folks who have made it to the chat. Andrew is in the house, follower
Yes.
of Clay.
Hi, Andrew.
Pavlov's dog is here. Jeff Vina is in the house. What? Philly Girl 1000. Who else we got here? Moko in the house. Excellent. So for those of you out there who are ready, well, slurp. Let's give them a slurp.
Where's my phone?
You got something in your eye?
I think so. Yeah.
I think you look okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You look good. Do I got something? Yeah. So you teach at the school, you enjoy it.
Yes.
Did you have a lot of online teaching to do?
No. Thanks God not. No.
Okay.
Because it's hard with music, with the latency.
The latency?
Latency.
Yeah.
And so we delay the whole class
Right.
till it's allowed
Right.
to teach.
I see.
Yeah.
I got you. Victoria.
Victoria,
in the
how are
house?
you?
Excellent. So,
Cool.
so you have been an English lover for a while,
Yes.
for a long time.
Over 15 years.
Wow.
Yes.
And you've been performing with us, and you and I have performed quite a lot together.
Yes.
Yeah. And you still enjoy doing that?
Very much.
Yeah.
Yes, very much.
Are you excited about getting back to it?
Yes.
It's coming up soon, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
With the whole audience, and we did a lot of streaming. Remote? Is it remote? No, remote is just when you're teaching, right?
I suppose. I mean, it's all remote, right? I mean, you mean when we were streaming from the theater?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah, it was fun, but somehow we missed the audience.
You totally missed the audience. It's the weirdest thing, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like here. I mean, we know that there's a bunch of you out there, and thanks for saying hi. But it's still weird because
It's fucking boring.
yeah. What? Already?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was It Should Be About. No, I'm kidding. So we're gonna move right along then, I guess, Belush.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but It Should Be About Something, as I said, comes to you in 3 parts.
Yeah.
And...
I thought, excuse me, but I thought it's in German.
Oh, well, that's something we can mention too. English is, of course, not Belush's first language.
I know you didn't hear it, whatever, but it's not.
No. But that's, we've got 2 things that help. One is, of course, a slurp.
Mm-hmm.
As well. And the other thing that really helps is that the official language of It Should Be About Something is bad English. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, as I was saying, It Should Be About Something comes to you in 3 parts. We call them chapters.
Okay.
And I am now going to fix the chat thing here and take us with this button to chapter 1. On your favorite season. That's what we're going to talk about in this chapter. So, everybody out in chat land, that is our question. What is your favorite season? Do you have a favorite season? Why is it your favorite season? What's going on there?
When is it?
When is your favorite season? Exactly. By the way, Moko says she'd only ever heard you playing the piano, and now she's finally heard your voice.
Hi, Moko.
Yeah, Moko's cool.
Do I know her?
2 slurp alarms in 5 minutes. This goes downhill fast. That's right, people. That's right. And of course, Germlish is cool. We can always speak Germlish.
Oh, cool.
You're allowed.
Okay, nice. Thanks, Andrew.
So, Belush, let's talk about your favorite season. Do you have a favorite season?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Actually, it's spring.
Spring is your favorite season.
Yes.
All right. Let's get into it. Tell me about spring.
Spring. For me, spring is one of my favorite seasons from the 12 seasons.
Whoa, you've got
no.
You've got 12 seasons.
No. It's the drink. No. What I especially like about spring, it's that the Erneuerung, the new, that it's getting new, the flowers are blossoming.
The flowers are blossoming.
How would you say it in English?
I would say the flowers are blossoming.
Okay, cool. No, we have
yeah, but the juices are flowing.
Yes.
The flowers are blooming.
Yes.
The water is running.
Love is in the air.
The bees are buzzing.
The bikes are biking.
The biking. Yeah.
Yeah. Jim, what's your favorite season?
Well, I want to talk about spring for a second
Okay.
because, I mean, I know you always romanticizes spring. Spring really is a sexy season, right? I mean, everything's coming back to life, and we're celebrating the fact that we all made it through winter one more time, and we all know how hard winter can be in Vienna. But there's some bad sides to spring.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about slush?
The drink?
No.
No.
I mean, slush, like when there's that dirty, gray, black snow on the ground, and it's not quite snow, and it's not quite water, and it's just
Oh, yes, I
everywhere.
see what you mean. Yeah,
You
but
know,
it's winter.
No, you get that in springtime too, and everything's. I mean, in Vienna we don't get it anymore because it doesn't snow in Vienna anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there are no downsides to spring.
I don't want to be a negative Nancy, so no.
Okay, I hear you. There is one part of spring that I enjoy very much, and it's not your birthday, although it probably should be. I do enjoy a good birthday,
Thank you so much.
especially yours.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so I have a theory that in every city in springtime, there is a day. There's a day that comes where unspoken, everyone in the city just sort of decides, okay, this day, this sunny, warm day, this is it. This is the day. It's definitely spring. It's time.
Yes.
And there's like, you never know when that day is coming, and maybe it's a different day for everybody, but it's that day when all of a sudden you notice everybody's,
Yeah.
they're wearing short. Oh, there are a lot of skirts going around. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, look at that. Oh, that's a good day. Love that day.
And the Vespas on the street.
The Vespas, exactly.
Yes.
In Vienna in springtime, the Italians come back. It's like the swallows to Capistrano. The Italians come to Vienna. I remember it was really strong back when I first came to Vienna back in the the late 90s,
Mm.
and you could not walk the Kärntnerstraße without hearing Italian. I mean, it was
Oh
like you'd
yes,
only hear
yes.
Italian.
Hmm.
You wouldn't even hear German at all. It'd be like
Hmm.
walking through, uh, you know, in where is that? In Kreuzberg in Berlin, trying to hear German, which you can't hear anymore.
Okay, really.
But there it's all the time.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Spring is a good season. We got some folks here in the chat who've got some good seasons going. Let's see. Where did we start? Andrew's all about the winter. Cold it up, baby.
Mm.
Um, if the season is like it should be, I like them all. See, follower of clay dropping some truth bombs
That's
there.
very true.
You
Yeah.
know, that's what it always is, right?
Mm.
Just do what you're supposed to do, season.
But that's why they are here.
Yeah, yeah. But sometimes they forget or they sleep or you have those weird in between seasons.
Mm.
Philly Girl 1000 is all into autumn, the crisp, clear
Mm.
air and warm days,
Nice.
chilly nights.
Yes, nice.
You know, I'm kind of down with Philly Girl 1000. I think maybe my favorite season is going to be fall.
Yeah.
But
Let me think about why.
because it's when my birthday is?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I don't think of my birthday as fall.
Okay.
That's already, November for me is already getting into winter.
Okay.
Because of Maine, where I
Okay.
grew up. But no, I like fall. I mean, I think my favorite season would be the bridge between summer and fall.
Hmm.
I love that change. I'm a big fan of spring, but there's something very magical, almost esoterically spiritual for me
Mm.
in that changeover in fall, when the veil between our world and the nether world becomes its thinnest. On Samhain, no, but that time, I also think it's so romantic in this kind of the same way, because that long summer days that start to crisp into the air, as Philly Girl said it.
Mm.
Yeah. Moko, they're all great. The worst season is January and February in Vienna.
That's so true.
Does that season have a name? January and February in Vienna.
Could
Okay,
be.
we need a name, folks. What would be a good name for the most terrible season? The season that goes from January to February in Wien. I like, though, that idea of the place, the season zwischen den Jahren. Do you know this Ausdruck? Zwischen den Jahren?
No.
It's really a German thing. You don't hear it that often in Austria. It's slowly becoming part of it. But in Germany, they call that time between Christmas and New Year's,
Okay, yeah,
those
sure.
5 days, they call
Yeah.
it zwischen den Jahren,
Mhm.
which I find that means between the years. And I think it's such a beautiful term for it, because it's that little season where it is supposed to be business as usual,
But
but
it's
it's
not.
not.
Yes.
And everybody's sort of like behind the Fensterladen, and they're just like, if you don't want anything from me, I don't want anything from you. Can we keep it like that? Would that be okay? Okay. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a good season.
Mm.
But then right after that, Moko is right, January and February in Vienna. So we need a
Yeah.
good name for those two.
Wow, there are a lot of.
Yeah. Everybody. Andrew is talking about the Seattle seasons. Okay. The dark wet, paralyzing snow, brightening wet, the Suncadia break. Oh, that sounds nice. The molding wet. Oh, God. That must be a long season. The molding wet. The flowering wet.
Hmm?
The glorious sun. January. Is that when it gets really cold in June? Oppressive sun. Smoke. Welcome drizzle. Spider season, which is a really good season
Okay.
in Seattle. And the convergence zones. I would love to do a breakdown of all of those. I think we need to work our green screen skills and do like a weather in Seattle report. Here we come in to January. The first warm weekends in spring are pure hell. Says follower of clay. People everywhere. Every man and his dog seems to need to clog up my bike lane with their bikes. Hey, Get off my lawn! You kids, get off my lawn! Technically, my birthday is in fall. Yes, of course, technically, my birthday is in fall. Yes. The vodka is speaking, methinks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
me. That's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
So, slurp, slurp. Yeah, why not? Slurpers. So, I tend to think that all the seasons are pretty good. Nobody's really into winter except for Andrew. And summer has kind of gone out the window, or was that Pavlov's dog who was into summer? I like the thing about summer is that when you have those nights that they just don't stop, where the sunset doesn't stop, because the temperature of the air is equal to your body temperature.
yes.
And you're just sort of gliding through the atmosphere. I got a chance to spend part of summer in Norway a number of years ago.
Nice.
Rather, no, I was in Finland. I was in Norway in the winter. I was in Finland in the summer. But it was in that time when you had like the midnight sun. And so it was
never dark.
It was
yeah.
It was never dark, and so it was really endless summer because it was warm and gorgeous, and you just had this crazy light through all of it.
It feels like you're jet lagged.
Often,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the furthest north you've ever gone?
It was Spitzbergen.
Spitzbergen.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's the northest Norway.
The
And
northest-
Norway can north.
It's the northest
Norway?
Norway that Norway can north.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I'm going to write that one down. It's
yes,
the-
please.
Okay, and what is in Spitzbergen?
Spitzbergen, nothing. You have icebergs
Right?
and bears.
Icebergs and bears.
Yeah.
But they're polar bears?
Yes.
Or are they like brown bears?
The polar bear.
Polar bears.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, I was musical director on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in a car. That's funny. Cool. I was a musical director on a cruise ship, and it was the Norway route.
Okay.
And we went all up till Spitzbergen. It's called in Norway. You say Svalbard.
Svalbard.
Yes.
Svalbard.
I don't know how it's how you you want to Google it? How you spell it in English?
Nope.
No.
I
No.
just like hearing you say
Svalbard.
Svalbard. I think I know that from that wonderful book series, His Dark Materials by Bill Pullman.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever read any of those? The Golden Compass.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure.
There was a movie version of that that unfortunately didn't go anywhere. But the books I thought were really wonderful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they go to Svalbard.
Oh, are they? No, or
In the
is it
books.
just? Is it really?
Parts of it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
In that first book, they go to Svalbard,
Yeah.
I think.
Cool.
So I think we got the good seasons, man.
Mhm.
I think that's pretty good.
We still don't have a name for January in Vienna.
We don't have a good name for January and February in Vienna. It's the worst season. So we could call it winter, spring, summer, fall, Dipromodi.
Wow.
Dipromodi.
Wow.
I don't know why Dipromodi sounds good. Dipromodi. It sounds a little Italian. I don't want to shove that onto the Italians. Dipromodi. Deprom. Deprom.
Oh, it's you heard it from Depri.
Like Depri.
Okay.
Yeah, because it
cool.
is. It's really depressive, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's super
Yeah.
depressive. So These boys are talking about going Svalbard.
Svalbard, yeah.
Svalbard.
Yeah.
But I like the way you said it.
Svalbard.
Svalbard.
Yeah, north
Depression zone. Yeah, see? Moko was going the same direction I was. Depression. Depisoni. 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 It sounds like a really sad Italian side dish. Oh, I'll have the lasagna and some deprizzoni. It's just leftover deprizzoni. All right. I think we did a good job with chapter 1.
Oh, is it chapter 2?
I think it might be time for chapter 2.
Okay.
I think so. So, ladies
I wanted to talk about Svalbard.
You want to talk about Svalbard?
No, if you want to press chapter 2, I'm okay. I'm fine.
I'm so glad you could make it to the show, Belush. We're going to move on to chapter 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and everyone in between, we've made it to chapter 2 here on It Should Be About Something. What should it be about? Well, right now, our chapter 2 is on missing. And what we mean by this is we want to talk about, do you miss things? Are you a misser or are you not a misser? If you are a misser, what are the things that you miss? Is it people? Is it places, things, times gone by? And if you're not a misser, why not? So that's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Belush? Are you a misser?
Oh, yes.
You're a misser.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Now, the way you said it
Yeah.
makes me feel like you kind of like missing it, even though you say unfortunately.
No, no, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, because I feel very sad when I remember some things that I miss.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so were you always a misser?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. Do you know when it started for you?
Yeah, somehow it's gonna sound very awkward, but with the ages, when you're getting older,
Sure.
and then you realize, wow, that was different. I don't want to say that getting older is sucks,
Right.
but somehow the good old times,
Okay.
when you say, okay, that was really nice, but I think that our future eye is watching us right now and say, oh, that was a fucking good time with Jim.
Right.
You see what I'm...
I do see what you mean.
Yeah?
Okay, so you are a misser of times gone by.
Yeah, somehow.
You're a nostalgist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I know you as a person who really loves life. You love to eat. You love to have adventures. You love to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a schmee to be had, then Belush is to buy. If it's going to be a good time, then you can count on Belush. And so I know that about you, that you really like to go for life with a lot of gusto. And so I can imagine that you have collected a whole bunch of really wonderful moments in your life. And so I can see how it might be attractive in a way to miss those things. Do you think of yourself as a past-centered person, a present-centered person, or a future-centered
I see.
centered person?
I'm a what was your question?
Do you think of yourself
As a
past? Like do you think you focus more on the past, on the present, or the future in general?
Okay, I'm a very now person.
Yeah.
So now that it's really now.
Yeah.
And sometimes I hate me.
Mm-hmm.
I hate myself for this,
Mm-hmm.
because I would be a really bad chess player because I can't think to hours in future.
Right.
Yeah. And somehow I'm enjoying so much the now
Yeah.
that that's specific when I'm improvising music.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm playing music, and then people come to me and say, that was fantastic, please play it again. And say,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, but I can't play it because it was this moment.
Yeah.
It was just this special moment. And so I'm a very
Present
present.
person.
Yes.
But you find yourself missing the past.
I'm okay. Let's say it this way. I'm not missing the past. I had some really nice Ereignisse,
Events,
events,
experiences.
experience that I miss.
Right.
But it's not that I'm saying, oh my God, now it was
Glory days. And a young girl is on glory days.
And I will. Oh my God! Thanks God, I'm playing piano. I'm not singing.
Yes, we all thank
I
all
know.
of that.
Yeah. And I'm not even mad about this.
Okay.
Mhm.
But like people, okay, so for example, myself, when I was younger,
Yeah.
for a very long time, I was never a misser.
Okay.
I just didn't miss people. I kind of always had that thing where if they weren't around, I just assumed they were fine, that they would be okay, because if they weren't, they would get in touch,
Yeah.
you know? And so, like, do you miss your dad when he was, no,
Okay.
it's fine, you know? And I kind of, I found throughout life that I was alone on that. Most people are missers. And interestingly, I think this pandemic has taught me to miss
Mm-hmm.
things
Mm-hmm.
and people. And I say that because lately, and it's been going on for a few weeks now, when I do go out, because I didn't go out much, when I did go out and I'd run into somebody, I would just be flabbergasted. You know, my flabbers were gasted, my gasts were flabbered, and I would just stand there in front of this person, just like, it's you. It's this universe of a being that I have not seen in forever. I haven't had this flavor. We went to visit Jacob.
Oh,
in Graz.
Mm-hmm.
And he came into the room and I was standing in front of his shelf, just looking at stuff. He was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, it's other stuff. I'm just looking at other stuff. I haven't seen other stuff in so long. And so I realized in my reaction how much I, not knowingly or not admittingly, how much I missed people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you miss anything that you really wish you could get back to?
Yeah, like hanging out with my grandparents
Yeah.
and like this, like good old shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. This I really miss.
Yeah.
My roots are in Hungary. I was born here, but my roots are in Hungary, and we had such a great time in Hungary when especially when my cousin and my aunt and my cousins from America came to visit us, and it was family there. And
Right.
It was just great. We drank spritzer, danced, and we didn't have to do a lot. It was just the fact that we are there.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. Boom, enough.
It's funny because it's those really comfortable places and those times where it just feels so easy. I wonder if part of the reason that we miss them so much is because it's not often that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's always amazing to see people that are comfortable wherever they are.
Mm-hmm.
Are you one of those people? Do you get uncomfortable easily?
if I feel uncomfortable, yes.
Yeah. So, what about like times besides like just events, but like, do you miss your teenage years? Would you want to go back?
No,
No.
no, don't open this door.
Okay.
No, I so don't miss it. It was, it was a, no, I don't know. It wasn't the cool time. I don't
Yeah.
miss it.
Yeah.
No. Do you miss it?
Hell no.
Who misses the teenager time? Or was it teenager or which time do you meant? Teenager time?
Yeah, yeah. Your
Yeah.
teens.
Okay. I want to see it below in the
Who misses their teenage years?
yes.
Yeah, I don't know who said it. I mean, I think there is something to be said that we were probably a lot cooler and healthier and more beautiful than we remember.
No. I
No.
was a really fat kid.
Yeah, I was a
Yeah.
fat kid too.
You really?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, fat kids. Boom.
Now look what happened here.
Check it. Super close up. Yeah.
You
like that?
Yes.
All right. Cheers.
Slurp.
Do you two want to cuddle? Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what happens. Belush, you studied music and you've been performing with the Lovers for a long time. You also got married a little while ago, and I was
Yes,
Belush is one of the fellows that I was his best man, one of his best men.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Moko, what? Moko says she misses her teenage years. Moko,
To cuddle?
I love it. I love it. What do you miss about your teenage years? What was the one cool thing? What was it? I've also so missing people. When I run into people and I see them and I realize that I have missed them is the one thing. And there were often times in my life where I used to think I would be somewhere having an experience and I would think, oh, this person would really appreciate this. But it was never like that feeling of, I wish that they were here. It was never a Sehnsucht nach denen. It was more of a feeling of, they would really appreciate this. Like,
okay.
if they were here, they would really like this. Maybe I should think about telling them about it the next time I see them, kind of a thing. But maybe that is just missing people.
But tell me, what was one really great events or events, Ereignisse?
Yeah.
What you
That I really miss?
or what you woran du dich gerne erinnerst?
Oh,
Could you translate it, please?
sure. Something that I remember fondly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's tons of stuff that I remember.
Yeah, we all have
fondly.
tons of stuff,
Yeah.
but there is like one from those tons. No.
Yeah, there's tons from those tons.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, but of course, I think about things fondly like that, but I don't think there's anything that I used to do that I miss doing that I'm not allowed or can't do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of allow myself to do whatever.
Okay, that's cool.
Although that's a different thing. Like I asked Michael recently, what was something that he used to wear, but now he'll never wear again. And the first thing he was like, t-shirt. And I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Because I never wear t-shirts either.
Okay.
I wear them very rarely.
Mm.
And he never wears them either. But that's a different thing. It's not like you miss t-shirts. It's just, I'm not going to do that anymore.
But sorry, but I think there are some styles where we're either too young or no, we're not in the age to wear it. Like Korthosen.
Yes, corduroys.
Yes,
Corduroys.
I think we're in that age where we can't wear it. We're too. We should be younger,
Right?
to wear it, or older, but not in our age.
Right. Right.
Especially Korthosen.
Right. I understand. Yeah. So corduroys, like, it's like me with hats. Like I can't wear a hat because
No, really?
no, because I'm not young enough to wear it like a young Justin Timberlake guy,
Yeah.
but I'm not old enough to wear it like a distinguished gentleman. You know, it's just I'm in between, and so
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I totally get that. I bet you would be somebody who misses things that you never even were around. Like, do you miss the fact that you weren't alive during the 20s? Do you have a nostalgie for the 20 year?
No, I would 60s.
The
Yeah,
60s.
60s and
Right.
70s.
Right. Yeah, I always or like having a like I miss what it feels like to be in a book, you know, when you read a book for a long time
Mm-hmm.
or to see a movie. Heard an interesting thing about that. You know, there was this whole long time, they still do it, where they'll write a book based on the movie, the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
novelization of a book.
Yeah.
And it was a report, an interview talking to a couple of people who were hired by production companies to write those books.
Yeah.
And they had their heyday in the 70s and 80s because it was one of the only ways, without going to see the movie again, that people could relive the movie.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you didn't have video recorders
Okay. I see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
or playback.
Yeah.
So you either had to go and see the movie, or when the movie was gone, then you couldn't see anymore. But you could buy the book and read it again.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, it was super interesting. When did you last check out how old Mr. Timberlake is? Yeah, see, he probably isn't even wearing hats anymore because he can't wear them like a young man anymore.
No, but what's his name? Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
What about him?
He's a great hat wearer.
He's a hat wearer?
Yeah.
I can't think of any great hat wearers at the moment. I kind of like
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Boom.
He wears. I don't think. What hat? What? When
He's
is he
the-
ever wearing a hat? Or you mean Pharrell? No. Who the hell are you talking about?
No, I think Pharrell.
You
Yeah.
mean the musician Pharrell?
Yeah.
Not Will Ferrell, the comedian.
No.
Okay.
Pharrell.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
It's a different guy.
Pharrell.
Different guy. You meant
Just
Pharrell. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got a hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he can wear that hat because he's fucking Pharrell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got to do that. I'm fucking Jim. I'm gonna get one of I'm gonna get a hat.
But actually, I have a very good picture of you where you wear a hat, and it's really cool.
I can't believe that. But
Yeah.
okay.
Ich kann es jetzt zeigen, wenn du es möchtest.
I think there's a heartache in missing that I don't like, and maybe that's one of the reasons I don't like missing. Missing things or missing people. But there's something really enjoyable about that heartache sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Not if I'm actively in Sehnsucht danach, but when they're actually there and realizing that low hum of pain that I've been ignoring is finally gelöst. I think that is really wonderful part about missing. Yeah. Belush, we did it again. I think we did a good job on this chapter.
Wow.
Marcus made it. Hello, Marcus. Marcus
Hi,
in the house. Very glad he could make it. And yeah, Moko, we may or may not cuddle. We'll see how that goes. We've finished chapter 2. And
Okay.
now what happens after chapter 2 is we have a word to our sponsor.
Ooh, we have a sponsor.
Yeah. And we're back.
Boom.
That was a commercial. And we're come back now. Before we go on to chapter 3, Belush,
Mhm.
I have something here almost completely prepared. It's not completely prepared, and so I'm going to finish preparing it now by going
Okay.
to this, hopefully making this work,
Okay.
Jim and Technic.
Yeah, we had it already.
Yeah. I have to admit, though, I'm a little proud of myself of figuring out how to get this all going, because there's a lot of stuff that Michael and I do where he's got his bit of it and I've got my bit of it. And I had to do all the bits of it this time. But I think I got around to it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. So for all the people out there, it looks really great here. It's like NASA.
It's like NASA.
NASA. A lot of monitors and mixing consoles and stuff. Looks great.
Okay.
I was impressed.
I can't find the thing.
Okay.
I can't find the thing that I thought I had. All right, so forget it. What I want to do is ask you this. We know that you du bist from Hungary, stammend, but you were born in Austria. I'm going to ask you some quick questions. Okay, you have to answer very quickly. Okay. In which district did you grow up?
20th.
The 20th?
Yes.
The 20th?
Yes.
Did you drive here?
Yes.
Okay. Quick questions.
Yes.
Mountains or ocean?
Ocean.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Meat or vegetables?
Meat.
Black or white?
Both.
Cotton or silk?
Cotton.
Vienna land or Vienna Wien?
I see. Wien.
Okay. Cats or dogs?
Definitely dogs.
Fish or birds?
Fish.
Forwards or backwards?
Forward.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Quick questions from Belush. I think we all know a little bit more about him. So, do you have a favorite color?
And actually, no.
Do you have? Well, that's not true. You do have a favorite color. It says right here. It says right here that you have a favorite color.
Okay. Is it? It's blue.
It is blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue is your favorite color.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Cool.
You did get it. See?
Okay.
See? You did
Yes.
get it. All
Okay,
right.
Cool.
I think we should just no.
It was just random.
I also want to know about you, Belush, because you do have some shows coming up. You have had some wonderful things happening. Belush just came out with a CD with a fellow musician of his. Tell us about that.
Okay, cool. I I have to admit it's really hard to talk in English, but I'm there. Ethel Meerhout and the band, we did a CD and wir interpreten and
You're interpreting.
yes, songs from the 20s in a really cool jazzy way.
It's a little postmodern jukebox styly, right?
A little bit.
A little bit.
But we really didn't want it to sound like postmodern jukebox.
Right. It's a very different sound because your arrangements are
different.
very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Belush is an amazing arranger. You actually went to school for that.
Yes, I did.
You went to school for a long time.
Yes, I did.
Belush is probably the most educated person in all of the English lovers. Dennis would probably argue with me about that, but I think Belush has spent more time in school in any case than any other.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. How long were you in there?
Oh my God, it was.
I think I've asked you this before.
I think so. Everybody asked me. It was 15 years classical piano, 4 years jazz, and 7 years composition.
Yeah. Composition.
Composition. Yeah.
Composing.
Yeah. And composing was really the hardest thing.
So your arrangements are cool. You've got old 20s songs that you're doing in new and different ways.
Yes.
How big is the band?
We are the Ethel on the voice. We have Benji on the bass.
Benji on the bass.
Benji on the bass.
Benji on the bass. Benji on the bass.
Maria on the drums.
Nice.
Chris on the reeds.
On the reeds.
Yes.
On the woodwind.
Yes. And myself on the ivories and ebonies.
The ebonies and ivories.
Yes.
Yes. Because Belush is, of course, the potentate of the 88. He's the Ayatollah of rock and roller. He's the king of the black and white stuff. Testify. Wow. Okay, we were really shaking the camera there. Okay. Belush, and Anurab in the house. Saying hello to Belush. Check it out.
Yeah.
So, Anurab in the house. Anurab is actually in the house.
In the house.
Because we're actually in our house. Okay, what was I asking you? Sorry.
About the CD.
Yes, the CD. So
yeah.
is it out? Is it?
It is out.
And-
You can buy it at Thalia, at Libro, at everywhere.
Can you get it
meaning-
online?
Yes, you can get it on Spotify, on iTunes Music.
Right. And Follower of Clay says this correctly. We should get a link to it, and we can put it in the Isbaz HQ later.
Yes.
And maybe someone out there already has that link. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's very cool. And so it's out there, and it's selling. And you've had your first concert,
Yeah. Yes, we did.
but it was without an audience.
Well, the CD Crazy presentation was in the famous Porgy and Bess.
Oh, it's an amazing, very famous jazz club here in Vienna.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Sure.
And it was streamed, and it was really awkward to play in a like when you listen to the CDs, we have really strong endings of the music.
Oh, because there's no.
Yeah, and there's no applause and everything, and it was really awkward. And but we had our concert, and last week we had our first concert with audience.
Oh, very cool. And how was that?
Cool,
Fun.
It was cool, and it was outdoor, and it was really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to. Did I tell you that I went to Switzerland,
No.
to Zurich,
Okay.
and I played in front of an audience for the first time in 2021, and it was really nice. We played in the Schauspielhaus in Zurich.
Oh, I saw your.
Wunderschön. And super cool. All right. So you got the CD coming out, and we're going to play together in Tag very soon.
Yes, in 1 week. At
In
Sunday.
1 week, we're going to play together in Tag. That's going to be great. Okay. I think it's time for us to move on to chapter 3. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and everyone in between, this is chapter 3. Well, on choosing your profession. I'd forgotten this is going to be chapter 3, and we're already kind of talking about, you going to school and being a musician. So we're going to find out about how this all came to be. But our question to the chat is going to be, did you choose your profession? Do you have a profession? Did your profession choose you? Do you think you can choose a profession? If you have done it successfully, how did you do it? And if not, why not? I don't know. What do you guys think? We're talking about professions. First off, did you choose your profession?
No, I didn't.
Really?
No.
Really? I mean, you accidentally went to school for 15 years of classical piano, 4 years of jazz piano, and 7 years of composition?
Yeah.
You just did that by accident?
Yes. No.
No.
My father is a musician too, and he's playing the piano too.
Belush's dad is called Belush Korenyi, and he is a wonderful musician as well, an all-around good guy. We're big fans of Belush.
So he told me when I was a little kid, said, "Dude, sit on the piano and play and practice." And so I spent a quite long time at the piano to practice, and then I didn't want it to change my profession.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of time I was really angry that my father wanted me to become musician.
Yeah.
But actually now I'm very thankful that he did it.
So You didn't choose it. It really got chosen for you.
Yes.
There was just no question.
He always told me you can be whatever you want, but play the piano. Like a plan B,
Sure.
something like this.
Right. Marcos asks, is a profession something you make money with or something you're good at? A profession is something you make money. It's the thing you make money with. It is, you become a professional. You have to make money at it to be a professional. And you have to be making money for it to be a job. You can be good at a lot of things, but you don't necessarily get paid for it, and you're not necessarily a professional. Follower of Clay, my profession chose me, which means I got a call from my now boss asking me if I want to be a technician there. I worked at that place as a projectionist back then. That's how he knew me. Yeah. So much of it is such serendipity, right? Or it's just saying yes to the right phone call. I mean, once you started studying music, you knew that you were going to be a professional musician.
At this time, yes.
But was it clear for you that you would make money, actually be able to be a professional musician?
At this time, I wasn't thinking about money.
Right. You just wanted to be a musician.
You know, my wife gonna kill me, but even now I don't think about money. When somebody asks me, "Hey, Belush, you want to play this gig?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. I want to play this gig." And then my wife comes to me and says, "Well, how much you earn for this gig?" And I said, "Ooh, fuck, I forgot it
I forgot to ask."
She's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, don't forget me."
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's das sind Altlasten.
I hear you.
Everything what I say now in German, it sounds like Altlasten.
No, you're doing great, man. You're doing great.
Schmetterling.
Yeah. Andrew is saying that he's gotten all of his jobs by reputation, which I've been very lucky in my life, in my profession, much like Andrew, to have gotten a lot of work from getting work. In fact, back when I was starting off, I thought that was always the coolest thing. I just felt like that, for me, that was the non plus ultra. If I could get work by having done work. If somebody saw me in something and said, I want to get this guy, it didn't really happen very often. Which made me make my own work. Which I think is another thing too, is something that that artists and entrepreneurs have in common, whereby you're making your own work. I always think that's a super important thing as an artist, and you know that as well. You didn't get into it to make money, but then all of a sudden you realized, oh shit, this is the only thing I can do. I have to make money with it. And so, finding a way to do that is really weird. Philly Girl 1000 says the profession chose her. I chose the path in my profession. Dang.
Nice.
Philly Girl
That's
1000.
really nice, yeah.
Putting it down. There is a thing about the calling. And I think there are some jobs that are seen as having a Berufung, a calling.
Yeah.
Like Philly Girl 1000, who has just retracted her message, even though we found it beautiful. It was a good message. Like, artists are often seen to have a calling, right? You are called to the job. You are berufen. Even though we know that Follower of Clay, as a technician, in this regard, actually got an actual call. Somebody said, I think you'd be good at this. And that's a whole nother thing. I mean, just people telling you that you'll be good at it. But there's that weird thing with artists that because it's considered a calling, there's somewhere deep in there, sort of that, well, you'll do it for free anyway.
Oh my God.
You'd be doing it anyway because it's a calling. And I think that's a mindset. I don't think everyone thinks that way, but for artists in general, that happens. I heard this past summer they were talking about NBA players, and there was some lockdown where the players didn't want to play, and there was some sort of scandal going there where they were just like, we don't want to do it because of Corona. And somebody said, look, these guys, they're getting paid millions of dollars to do something that they would just be doing on the weekends anyway. And I thought, oh my God, it's just, if they can say that about fucking professional basketball players, people who, yes, they personally earn as salaries a huge amount of money, but they're doing something that earns a huge amount of people a huge amount of money. You know what I mean? Yeah. I get that. But then to turn around and say, well, they'd be doing it anyway on the weekends, it's so demeaning. It's just like, anywhere in Austria, in England, in America, it's just been my experience in these three countries so far, but Germany probably as well, where they cut cultural budgets and the budgets for the arts by 20% on a bi-yearly basis, even though the entertainment industry is one of the largest industries in their countries. England, I don't even know how much of their GDP belongs to the entertainment industry, but I would wager it's a huge amount. Sorry, that was a bit of a Jim's rant. Because it drives me crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, the whole point I'm talking about is I think there are some jobs where it's considered a calling. And Philly Girl 1000 was talking about her job. I wonder what her job is or was. I actually know. Philly Girl 1000 is my mom. And I'm very proud of my mom because my mom was a nurse. She went to nursing school back in the 60s and then was a nurse, a professional nurse her entire life, raising 4 kids most of the time all by herself. And then later in life, because she got to the top of wherever she could get at the hospital that she was working, she went back to school so she could write her own job advancement, got her master's, her bachelor's, her master's, and her doctor in a span of 3 years. I was so proud of that woman. She then wrote her own advancement, like she created the job until she, went on. And when she says she chose her path, she really did. And I admire the shit out of that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I don't feel like I chose anything. I don't feel like I chose anything. I feel like I started doing performing, and then I realized I loved it. And I got a little bit of, hey, you might be good at this, which, doesn't happen very often in life. And so I just started doing it and never got out of it. Do you think you could ever choose another profession?
I wish. I so wish to choose a profession where I get 14 month salaries. You say salaries? Yeah. And I so wish, but I think I couldn't do it.
Yeah. When I was younger, before I became an actor, I was convinced that I was going to be a physicist.
Oh.
I loved physics. I was a super nerd about it.
Oh, cool.
I would study the periodic table for fun. And I really loved the mysteries of it and the figuring it out. But then I started acting. And then after that, it was over. Creating theater was amazing. And then it was years later that I realized all the things that I loved about physics, taking things apart, seeing how they work, putting them back together in new ways. It was all the same things that I loved about theater. It was, we were figuring out how to create something out of nothing. It was more alchemy than science. But I love that. And I said, talk about bad German. I said, ich bin Gewissenschaftler geworden. Cool. Bin nicht Wissenschaftler, but Gewissenschaftler. But I know that I could never be a physicist now. If I had to choose another profession, I don't know if I could choose one either.
But as a kid, what do you want it to be?
Oh, I don't know. There were so many. It was always flights of fancy. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't think I ever had a dream.
I wanted to be a detective.
You wanted to be a detective?
Yes.
Oh, let's be detectives.
Yeah.
Okay. So like when we turn 80, Let's open a detective agency.
I'm Sherlock and you Watson.
I don't care. By that point, I'll be able to wear a hat. Doesn't matter what kind. I'll be old enough to wear the hat.
Pipe.
You want to have the
Good
pipe.
pipe,
All
yes.
right. All right. And then we'll be like the worst detectives ever. But we'll have the best theme music, right? We're going to have this really cool theme music, and we're just going to be old detectives. All right, let's find out exactly how this person died. Belush! Belush!
Yes, Watson. My name is Sherlock.
Oh, sorry. Sherlock!
Yes, Watson.
Why is Sherlock have an old Jewish man's voice? I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay, becoming a detective I think would be a good thing too. That's a good. What's going on over
I'm
there?
a bit shiny.
You're shiny?
Yes.
Yeah, it's super hot in here. It's not as cool as in the studio, but we're almost to the end.
A slurp.
Oh, let's make a slurp.
Yes. Oh,
Oh my goodness. Your detective agency should be called the Geriatric Corduroys. The Geriatric Corduroys.
Corduroys.
I think that sounds like our new band. We could be a country, the Surreal Corduroys. The Surreal McCoys. Not the real McCoys, but the Surreal McCoys.
it's cool.
That's a cool one, right?
Yeah.
Cheers. We put a slurp, but we didn't get a drinker slurp.
Yeah, I know.
Slurp, everybody. So I think we did a good job there with choosing your profession. Some people chose their profession and continue to choose it. I'm really glad. You know, I know Marcus, he's one of those guys that chooses his profession. And I always have a fondness for that because it's just so far out of my experience. And also because I love it when my friends have actual jobs because they're going to end up taking care of me later in life. All right. Next week, we're going to be back. It should be about something. And Michael will be back. And Michael and I are going to be in Linz. We're performing on Thursday in Linz at the Posthof with the wonderful Theater im Bahnhof out of Graz. And we're going to be doing a rematch from a couple of years ago from the Austrian Championships of Improv. We're going to be down in Linz and we're going to do the show from there remotely. We don't know exactly how it's going to work. It's going to be like when we're in the Drachengasse, it'll be after the show. And so hopefully we'll have a bunch of friends that we can introduce you to and we'll figure out how that works. We've got 7 days. I'm sure we can do it. So if you're around, next week we're in Linz and we'll be live from Linz. And then the week after that, just to warn everybody, it will be our 50th episode. This is 48. Next week is 49. The week after that is number 50. And that will be our last show.
What?
For a while. That will be our last show before we take a break. But just to put that out there, so put it in your calendars. Next week, 8:30 on Thursday, it should be about something live from Linz. And the week after that, 8:30 on Thursday, it should be about something. Episode 50, the last episode. It's going to be great. Belush, before we go,
Yes.
is there anything you want to know about me?
Yes.
What's that?
What is your morning routine?
My morning routine?
Yeah.
It's very different. Usually it's very different, but I generally get up quite early.
What is quite early?
Like 6 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah. After spring. So from end of spring to the fall.
6 o'clock.
I usually get up at 6 and then I'll be up for an hour or two. Sometimes I'll go back to sleep
Yeah.
for a little bit. Maybe I'll sleep for 45 minutes and then get back up around 8.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll just stay up and I'll either write in the morning or when it's warm and sunny, I'll go upstairs and do a little yoga or I'll just sit around.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just sit on the sofa and catch up on YouTube. Sometimes, whatevs, but usually that's what I do. That's
Okay,
my
cool.
morning routine.
What do you do to relax?
No, can't talk about that. We don't have enough time.
Okay.
No, what I wanted to ask you, I didn't want you to ask about me. What I wanted to
Okay.
say is I'm
Baylor.
super glad that you came to
Thank
be
you
on the show.
for the invite.
We haven't seen each other in a while, and I also wanted to remind you, I'm not sure if you know this,
Hmm?
but you have an anniversary coming up very soon.
Do I?
I think you do. I think so. I mean, if I looked in my calendar correctly,
Yeah.
I seem to think on the 15th of June,
Yes.
you had a wedding
I know.
where
I
I
know.
was the best man.
Yeah, I know.
And I just wanted to remind you that you have. The Standesamtliche was on the 8th?
Yeah.
Yeah, but. Oh, wasn't on the 15th?
Ja, wir haben ja zweimal. Einmal halt standesamtlich und einmal die freie Trauung.
But where was the freie Trauung?
Am 15.
You motherfucker, this is what I'm talking about. Well, the freie Trauung is what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
So
Then it's
I don't care about the 8th. I was there too, but
Yeah.
one of these is going to be. The reason I'm saying this is I like to check in with my couples to see how they're doing. And so, just real quick.
Yeah.
You and Alina, it's all good?
Yeah, perfect.
Another year of marital bliss?
Yeah, no, it's really everybody who's saying that marriage is blah or oh no, it's not. It's when you find the right person, it's really cool.
You know, they say the first year of marriage is the hardest, but I believe it's the last year. It's definitely the last year. Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and everybody in between, this has been It Should Be About Something with the wonderful Belush Korenyi. Put Belush there again. Everybody,
Where's my car?
say thank you to Belush.
Thank
everyone,
you to Belush.
not you, sorry. Everyone in Isbaz land, thank you for your patience and your support with this weird It Should Be About Someone. We're also working on another little surprise. Michael and I did a thing, but we haven't. It's coming. Let's say goodnight to everybody.
Yeah.
Say goodnight to Andrew.
Marcus.
Andrew and Marcus and Philly Girl 1000 and follower of Clay. Thank you very much.
Moko.
Anna Rab, thank you very much. Anna, I think she said she got the link inside the thing so everyone can check out Belush's music. Belush, by the way, also wrote the music for It Should Be About Something, the whole jazz jam in the beginning, and also our Go music and the music on the credits, all the good stuff. Thank you to
Victoria Hauer.
Victoria
Wenn
in
du
the
noch
house.
dabei bist.
Yeah. Thank you to Moko and Marcus and Andrew and Pavlov's dog. Thank you all very, very, very much. Something else is going on with the chat. Oh, I don't know what's happening. It's the whole chat. Whatever. Thank you all very much. We'll see you all next week. Let's go through this. Ta-da! Oh, we didn't do a factoid. Do you have any factoids?
No, you should do it.
A silk moth can smell its mate from over a mile away.
You just got factoided. You're welcome.
Okay, there's a factoid for follower of Clay. Good night, everyone. We usually hug it out, so we're gonna cuddle. post credit thing. I don't know how to get out of it.